Hey guys, it's John from OGS here, back with another episode. Look, last night I actually posted a thread on Australian street machine history because I want to know what the most famous Australian street machine is. And my goodness, I got a million different responses. So there's cars that I've never even seen myself. So let's deep dive together. Maybe we'll learn something new. Let's do it. All right, so here I am. This is me. And my question is, in your opinion, what would you say is the most famous street machine? What is your favorite street machine from any era? That's what I posted last night. And how many responses did I get? My God, I got 170 responses, 145 likes. You beauty. Okay, so first things first, we've got this one here. Low life was mega cool for me. And what have we got there? I think it looks like a sort of a HZ Ute. It's been chopped. It's got a scoop like the XD, and you had a few people in the back. I wonder when this was. This looks like sometime in the 90s or maybe late 80s. Pretty cool. Somebody says nice hair back then, you know. Mullets were all the rage. Maybe it's even coming back, I'm not sure. We've got more pictures over here. So at a car show, you can see here it's got the mirror, inserts where the inner supports are for your bonnet. That was a old school sort of thing. If you didn't want to fill in that panel, you would put in that mirror there, and then it would reflect, and then you'd be able to see maybe a little bit more detail of your engine. It's nice work. You can see that the handles have been shaved. There's probably far more things that I can really see from just looking at a photo. If you saw it in person, I'm sure this thing would have been Mickey Mouse. So I think they're, yeah, it's definitely been lowered. It looks good. It looks real good. There might even be a supercharger lurking under there. And the thing was low. Check how low that is. All right, Howard Bell's Tirana would have to be in the top few most iconic street machines. Well-built car that stood the test of time. I am a Tirana guy though, so I'm probably a little biased. Well, guess what? I'm a Tirana guy as well. As you guys know, my LX Tirana is currently being painted and some bodywork's being done on that, and we're going to do a little bit of review coming up. Yeah, this thing's amazing. It's SLR trim, SLR 8000. I think what that stands for is it's 8 litres, so it's got 8-litre engine in there. Maybe let's type that into YouTube and have a little bit more of a look. Music to my ears. I mean, probably rev to about 7,000 RPM. From what I can see here, it's a 564 cube big block. How is it registered? I mean, maybe the engineering was a bit more lax back in the day, but I'm pretty sure that if it was registered, I'd be paying Vic Roads very, very quickly. Make sure it doesn't expire. That's awesome. And you see, there's people that still liking the post and commenting on it as I go along, so that's pretty cool. I mean, people are very, very interested in street machine history, and I'm not surprised. It's awesome. All right, what else do we have here? Peter and Michelle Fitzpatrick's FC. Now, I've actually seen this in Street Machine, and that is an awesome color there. Look at that. That really pops in the light. I've seen this car in the flesh. I've actually seen this car at Easter Nats back in the day when that used to happen. And I went to Easter Nats a few times, and I remember seeing, I'm gonna stuff up his last name, Clint, that pink Tirana with the number plates front and back. I remember the guy sat in the car, and I was like probably 14 years old, and it scared the absolute shit out of me. I wasn't expecting it. I was just walking by, an innocent bystander. I saw that car. I also saw a HZ Statesman. It was black, and for whatever reason, it had a tunnel ram, and then it almost had like 2 extra tunnel rams sitting on top of it. So the scoop was just miles above the roof line. It was amazing, you know. I'm not sure whether I would personally do something like that, but I saw it and it blew my mind. I also saw this Camaro, the Mental one, and it really hasn't changed too much. I think the paint job's been touched up, but it's always had a supercharger. I think the car has always done burnouts. And here's the thing though, why you probably remember street machines would be a combination of things. Okay, it's a show car, maybe it's won awards at the actual show, but if it participates in the drags and also burnouts, and you're going to remember it far more. That was close. Look, it does look like it's been filmed on a potato, but that's cool. You know, back in 08, I guess, you know, they all sort of look like this, I guess. But it still looks the same. That was a close call. It nearly hit the rail there. And you could hear that supercharger whine. That was awesome. Let's see whether we can find another video. One that doesn't look like it's been filmed on a potato. There's two Camaros there, so one's Peter Gray, and I've heard that name before, and the other bloke is Milan. I think the mental one is actually owned by the bloke Milan. I might be pronouncing your name wrong. And there was another Camaro there that was owned by Peter Gray, the one that was like super tubbed, and the wheels were right in there. And I've seen that car before because that bloke's quite well known in the burnout scene. This is another small picture, and I've seen this car before. This is Howard Astor's car, Rock. I'm not sure which number it is, sort of thing. Again, I'm a little bit younger, so I didn't grow up in this era. So hopefully further down in the thread, we'll be able to find a bit more information. If not, we'll dig it up ourselves. But this is a very famous car, and arguably probably one of the most famous street machines in Australia. And he's still going. He's got a YouTube channel as well, which I personally watch. And mate, he's a master craftsman, and he just is a magician with metal. Everything he does is just super clean. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel because it's amazing. Okay, I think this is probably Howard Astor's one of his first cars. Let's deep dive and have a little bit more of a look. Yeah, so that blue car is Rock Solid 3. So basically he had rebuilt the same car quite a few times over because there was obviously things that he wasn't happy with, and each time it got better and better. So I'm pretty sure that this car here was like, you know, his magnum opus. Like he really put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, that's a cool car. Very cool car. Here we got a WB Ute. It looks like it's been sort of like anodized, like in a sort of a gold, like those old Morosso valve covers that come in gold. I'm actually looking for a set, so let me know. Every one that I come across, they either want too much money or it's all been chipped away, you know. But those are really cool valve covers, and they don't make them anymore. This is really cool. The blower looks like it's sitting a little bit lower, which maybe means that they notched out the front end a little bit. It's super clean. Obviously, you know, that kind of color doesn't hide any imperfections. So you really need to get your body work spot on. It even looks like it's been chopped. I don't know, I'd have to see the car in real life, but from the perspective I'm looking at, yeah, it definitely looks like it's been chopped. Got a Gemini here. This looks like back in the 80s, top 10, top custom paint, top sedan, not bad for a 4-cylinder. There was another bloke, Draco, he had a gold Gemini. I remember seeing that, and I think it had suicide doors. I don't know whether anyone's mentioned that particular car, but that was really cool. Everything there was just automotive art, drenched in paint, drenched in chrome. Everything worked quite nicely. So if you know that car, let me know, because I don't think it's in this thread. Put this Nova here. You can see the classic graphics styling over here around that rear quarter. I mean, that was definitely a throwback. You know, they brought it back in Fast and the Furious and those kind of movies there, but back in the Pro Street days, you know, this thing was, you know, you had to have something like that. You know, you couldn't just have a cool, nice, slick paint job. You had to have a little bit of extra pizzazz. XPs, I've got a soft spot for XPs because my buddy really likes one, and hopefully one day he'll actually get his hands on one, so we'll see how we go with that. XP Coupe, you can see it's all been shaved down the sides, there's no door handles, silky smooth paintwork, you know, it looks $1 million, and of course you've got the blower hindering your line of sight. You got your chromey tacos. It looks like those are on the outside, or maybe on the inside, I can't quite tell, but that was definitely a thing back in the day where you would have the taco like on the outside lined up, you know, 3 in a row sort of thing. So the number plates say XP351, so I assume that it's got a clevo or something to that effect, and it's supercharged as well. It actually looks like the supercharger is set a little bit further back. Deviate. In terms of the best known street machine, that would go to Gary Myers and his Mustang. The car would be the most recognisable by the broadest range of people in the general community. The best street machine for quality and workmanship would go to Chris Bittman and his X-Boss Falcon. Yeah, that X-Boss Falcon, let's get a picture of that. That was actually taken to the United States, and it was showcased in one of the largest shows over there. The name escapes me, but the guy, like, you know, has just gone above and beyond. Looks like it's had a part 2 build, which maybe that's what it looks like right now. You see with the hood, it's very shiny, this particular picture. Maybe this one's a better one. You can see the hood. I mean, like, design wise, I'm not sure about that sort of thing, but it's pretty cool. But everything's so sanitary. It is all sort of covered up a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. I like chrome, you know, I'm a chrome man. But everything's executed beautifully, you know, there's not one little imperfection with that whole vehicle, you know, thousands of hours, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars as well. Yeah, here it is here. Here's Gary Myers' Mustang. Everybody sort of knows that vehicle. He was very prevalent, you know, in the burnout scene. So this looks like it's an original picture of what it looked like before he put the flames on it. Probably get a bit more attention, but as far as I know, it's always had a supercharger. His son has inherited the car and he still skids it. And I think he's changed the number plates to SICK one or something like that. And he's changed the paint as well. Alright, so I'm just on YouTube and I'm looking for a video of the original Mustang, and here it is here. You can see why it's got mass appeal. Like, it's a Mustang, it's got flames, a supercharger, instant smoke, you know. Another one of Howard Astor's cars called Pioneer. It's a coupe, and this looks awesome. It looks to be like an XA. Imagine cruising down the street and that thing. This is Chris's Ford Falcon, and he's big in the burnout scene. So like I said to you guys, it's a combination of like showcasing your car, it's high quality, but then actually driving your car that gets you well known. This guy basically competes in the Burnout Masters. I think it's like an invitation type thing, and it might even be an exhibition. But yeah, his videos are all around YouTube. Let's check it out. That's a nice car. It's got the sunroof. Throw his fists up through the air. Close to the barrier. Oh, there's a bit of a false start there. He's going to double hands through the sunroof and everything, no hands. Look at me, man. He's a guy that actually uses his car.
How many times have you seen that photo with street machine? Absolutely. Look at that. Look.
Good on ya. Check out this 57 Chev. This might be Victor Bray's old school one, and the panel fitment's probably a little bit iffy, but hey, that doesn't matter. It doesn't have the front clip. It reminds me of the old school Gasser style, and of course it's got the supercharger, so what's not to love about this car, you know, flat black or whatever it is sort of thing. So if it is Victor Bray's car, he's a very well-known identity in the drag racing scene with his door slammers and all the rest of it. And I think he actually appeared in Fat Pete's movie. We've got a Monaro here. You can see extensive bodywork on it. It still retains the nice lines that everybody loves. It's got the horseshoe chrome going on there. I like this one because it's got a bit of chrome. It's got a silver bumper. I mean, I probably would have gone chrome. Chevrolet badge, lukewarm on that one. The inside guards, you can see that's been completely smooth there, and there's been a lot of work done. Supercharger, of course, which seems to be a bit of a trend. And fatties on the back. That looks like the exhaust that exits straight out that front guard there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I wonder about the fumes, whether a lot of the fumes sort of go into the driver's window and passenger window? Not sure. Yeah, another person has said liter 8 is the correct answer. I don't think you're too far from the truth. This car's been around for a long time. It's had this engine in there for a very long time, and the guy actually drives it. I don't know how much these days, but I know he definitely has a lot of videos on YouTube. Here's another one of Gary Meyer's creations. It's called the Silver Bullet. It's another Mustang, and it's a dual supercharge. How well that would actually work, I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. And here it is here. I would say that arguably this is the most famous street machine. I don't know about you guys. You can drop a comment below and let me know what you guys think. But everybody knows this car. You put it in front of anybody, they would say, yeah, the Convo Pros with the flame paint job and the supercharger. It's a very recognisable car. Another famous builder in Australia would be Rod Hadfield. His car, Final Objective, I believe, is living in the United States. Mate, I think this car deserves to be living in Jay Leno's collection. This thing's absolutely amazing. I'm just talking straight off the head. I think this car has a Merlin engine. It might be a V12 from an aircraft. And the bloke got it engineered so he could actually drive it on the road. And this thing's absolutely amazing. I think it's been lengthened in the front. And the whole inside interior is like, the inspiration is an aircraft. So you can see quite clearly through the paint job there that it's just, attention to detail is second to none. Here's something more of the XD vintage. I think this is an LTD 1986, thereabouts. I actually don't see many XD or XEs as full-on show cars. And an LTD like this would be pretty rare. So you can see the guy shaved the whole, he shaved the whole engine bay. He's got a supercharger in there, sort of thing. Mint paint job. You can see he's sharpened the lines. It looks like he's got a sunroof as well. And let's end it on a good note. How about this? Look at that. Back in the day, SS Kragers maybe. Rat's back. And with that being said, it's time to end the video. Thanks very much for checking out the video. I hope you learned a little bit about Australian street machine history. I think we're in lockdown, I can't be sure, but who knows. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. We've got some cool things happening with the XE sometime next week. Cheers.